Hi, this is Ruth Theresa with One Inspiring Woman, and today I'm doing the astrology for the second half of December 2022. Oh my gosh, the end of 2022. We've got just literally 16 days left. Like 15, 16 days. Like, oh my gosh, I can't imagine the end of 2022. It just seems like some parts have gone really fast, some parts have gone really slow, but no matter what, it's been an amazing year for most people. A lot of people have gotten a lot of new insights. I know a lot of people that have changed careers, changed jobs, changed like everything. I had a client who was a doctor who became an attorney, and I had another one that was an attorney who became a doctor. So it's like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. And so what are the changes that you're ready to start in the second half of December 2022? Let's go to the energy of December 17th. We have Mercury in the sign of Capricorn trining Uranus in the sign of Taurus. And trining is literally kind of trying to flow between two different things, kind of like finding a harmonious or new creative way to kind of bring these two energies together. So let's talk about Mercury. Mercury is our planet of communication, and it is in the sign of Capricorn, and it's all about kind of like being practical and ambitious and mastering things. So kind of like, what is that energy? And we've also got that trining, trying to be competitive a little bit, or kind of like harmoniously move these two together, with Uranus in the sign of Taurus. Uranus is our, I call it my hippy dippy planet, because he's always got this amazing changes and things that come up really, really fast that we may not be ready for all the time, but it is still coming in. So it's one of those, this is some amazing changes coming for us. And okay. There we go. I grabbed the wrong paper. So Taurus is our kind of like, it's going to be affecting people personally on this one. This is about like the sign of the bull, being sensuous, being peaceful, stable, and really kind of what do we want to change or get rid of, or kind of like move out of our way during this time frame. This is exciting news in terms of business and career and financial matters. These are coming our way today, and kind of like making some changes, kind of like what's new, different, and there's going to be some changes. There also may be a lot of companies making a lot of news information, kind of like their year-end sales, how are things going, how are things changing, and kind of we may even have like a little good news about our economy today. So that is like, yay, great. Let's go to December 7th. We have Ceres, which is an asteroid moving entering the sign of Libra. So this is kind of a really great one. It's going to be in this transition for quite a while. It's one of those, Libra has some amazing energy. Ceres is all about finding the nurturing within us and kind of the balance between the two in our lives, of kind of balancing kind of like our soul, what our soul wants to do, what our human side has to take care of to kind of pay the bills, and kind of finding the balance between the two of them, finding some new creative balances in there. Libra really kind of balances things really well. It's got the scales of justice, and it's kind of bringing in harmony and reconciliation. And it can also kind of bring in some people of kind of indecisiveness, of kind of like, I don't know what to do, or I don't know how to change all of this. So understand that this is kind of the make some changes time. Let's go to December 20th. We have Jupiter entering the sign of Aries. This Jupiter is our planet of abundance and growth and changes. And Aries energy kind of really affects a lot of us in some different ways. Aries is kind of that energy, the ram, kind of that forceful energy. So kind of like Jupiter loves to change a lot of things really quickly, and Aries is like, boom, let's get it done. Here we go. This is going to be bringing our kind of our super independent side again. We get into some major energy boost today from our planet of luck and abundance. And this is going to be collectively like re-energizing ourselves and other people. You're going to see a lot of people kind of like ready to race to the finish line of December 31st. And this can also bring us into some reality of like picking up the pace of kind of like, what does the world kind of ignite us to do? What do we want to ignite ourselves into? Like I said, Jupiter's going to be bringing in that change, that growth, that energy of it. So that's going to be bringing in a lot of amazing energy for us. And at the same time, Aries is going to be kind of like, let's go with this. And kind of breaking some new ideas, bold ideas, kind of inspired ideas, and kind of ready to kind of let us go in this energy as well. Next, on December 21st, we have our sun entering the sign of Capricorn and our winter solstice. This is the shortest day of the whole year. We're going to have night for such a long period of time. That this year makes us a life a little chilly. Kind of our sun is in the sign of Capricorn, and that can make some amazing changes for us, but it can also kind of open us up to something new because it's got a very practical, ambitious energy. For the next 4 weeks, we're going to be motivated to kind of make ambitious changes, kind of like, I want the limelight on me. I want to make some tangible changes that are going to affect me and other people as well. Let's go into, also on December 21st, we have our sun in the sign of Capricorn, squaring Jupiter in the sign of Aries. And squares are all about kind of making that creative connection between the two. Our sun is all about our ego, and Capricorn is all about kind of our ambition. So kind of like amplifying our personal ambition, our ambitious energy. And Jupiter is all about what we just talked about. It's one of those. It is about luck, expansion, and growth. And it's in the sign of Aries. And Aries really has some strong energy for us, but it's also about kind of like pushing us into some new ways, encouraging us to make some changes that we may not have been ready to make, but here we go. This is the day to kind of amp up our love connection. This is our day to kind of really connect to feeling overwhelmed. Kind of what have we not finished? What have we not gotten rid of or off our plate between now and the end of the year? This can kind of bring in kind of that love of like we've been really lazy and it was really fun, but now we need to kick it into gear. So kind of like that love of laziness, kind of moving into kind of like, now we're ready to move this into some amazing energies. And write our list down. What are the things that we really want to accomplish between now and the end of the year? We only have a couple of days, so it's kind of like, here we're going to go. We only have, I think, 9 days. So kind of we're under the 10-day mark of getting into the new year. So what do we want to amplify? What do we want to move into in this energy? Let's see. Also, next on December 22nd, we have Venus in the sign of Capricorn, trining Uranus in Taurus. Trining is always about the flow of these two and kind of finding some amazing connections. Venus, our planet of love and details and moving, is in the sign of Capricorn, which is all about ambition and our love of ambition and kind of where do we want to go? What do we want to master during this time frame? In the sign is trining against or trining with Uranus. It's our planet, our hippy dippy. I love this planet. It brings in immediate fast changes, like boom, here we go. We're ready to make some changes in the sign of Taurus. And Taurus is all about our sensual side, kind of our peaceful, stable side, but it can also make us a little obstinate as well. So kind of maybe we're not as ready to make changes as we thought we were. This is a great day to kind of amplify our love, amplify kind of getting out into our love life a little bit more, and kind of like, what do we really want to open up into? What is the new love that we want to start in the new year? What is the love? What is the love? Is it ourself? Is it our family, our relationships? Where do we want to send our love for this time frame? This is a great time to do a great meditation of sending love into our world, and where does it come back to us? Next, on December 23rd, we have our new moon in the sign of Capricorn. While the new moon is, of course, about new beginnings, rebirthing, kind of all of this one, this is our last new moon in the sign in 2022. And it's in the very practical sign of Capricorn. So this can bring in our ambitious energy, kind of being very practical, like, what do I have time left to take off my list? I won't do this one because I don't have time for that, so let me do this. That very practical aspect to this. Tying up loose ends, running last minute errands, kind of getting ready for the new year to come in. Also on December 23rd, we have Chiron goes direct in the sign of Aries. Chiron are our healer and our kind of like this energy of like healing things, and it goes direct, and so it's kind of getting out, kind of going into that post shadow energy of Aries. And this is all about, Aries is that forceful energy, courageous. Where do we want to move into? What else do we want to heal while we're still in this energy? Where do we want to go? And this can kind of bring up some last minute healing for us of things that we're ready to let go of, or things that we're kind of like, I'm so glad that I've let this go. I'm kind of like glad that I had the courage to step into this. December 24th, we have Mercury in the sign of Capricorn, sextiling Neptune in the sign of Pisces. And sextiling is all about that cheering each other on and creating new opportunities or new ways of finding new things. Kind of like, where are we going to go? Where is our opportunity in all of this? Mercury, our planet of communication, is in Capricorn, which is all about being practical and ambitious. And it's sextiling Jupiter in Pisces. And so Jupiter is, or Neptune is our planet of dreams and delusions and illusions. Kind of, where do we want to go with this? And in the sign of Pisces, which means either we're flowing together or we're flowing separately. That's the energy we're dealing with. This is a great day for socializing, catching up with our loved ones. These are great days to make family phone calls, catching up with people that we haven't had a chance to talk to in a while. And this is also kind of that peaceful aspect of kind of like bringing in peace and love into this energy. Next, on December 28th, we have Venus in the sign of Capricorn, sextile Neptune in Pisces. So almost the same energy, almost the same. We're kind of creating new opportunities in this sextile. And then Mercury is in retrograde. So we've got, or just about to be in full retrograde. So that's all about our communication. And Capricorn is all about our practical side. What else do we really have to give a voice to before we get into full retrograde of Mercury? Neptune, our dreamy planet of kind of daydreams and illusions and delusions. Where do we want to go with this? And this is going to be December 28th, we have Venus in the sign of Capricorn, sextiling Neptune in Pisces. Venus, our planet of love and details, is in Capricorn, and this is all about our ambitious, focused side. Sextiles are all about kind of like finding or creating opportunities. This is Neptune is our planet of illusion and delusions, and this is Neptune is in Pisces, that flow either together or away from each other. I will tell you, this is a very loving aspect that allows us to kind of reconnect with special partners, our family, recommit to ourselves, and really show ourselves and our family some great love during this time frame. Let's go to December 29th. We have Mercury goes retrograde in the sign of Capricorn. So it's been in post shadow or pre-shadow, and it's been getting stronger and stronger and stronger. Now it's in that really strong retrograde time frame in the sign of Capricorn. Mercury in retrograde at the end of the year will bring up our kind of like our goat, our kind of like our hard-headedness energy this time, taking a look back of like what do we want to change or modify, and then kind of getting us to look forward again as well, kind of like now that we've released all of this, what does our life look like? What does this new part look like? After all, we can't go into the future without understanding what we've been through in the past. And it doesn't mean that you have to kind of pick through every little detail of it. It means that you've got to look through some of it so you're ready to let it go. Not every bit of it, not reliving the whole life. It's just kind of what are we ready to get into. Next on, or also on December 29th, we have Mercury in the sign of Capricorn conjunct Venus in Capricorn. So kind of our conjunctions are all about, can be positive, but they can also have a negative side of kind of like being, where's that blind spot? What are we not seeing? Where are we not looking at this? So Mercury, planet of communication, now in retrograde as of earlier today, in the sign of Capricorn, which is all about being ambitious and very practical, conjuncting with Venus, our planet of love and practicality, and then it's also in the practicality sign, so we're going to see a lot of practical energy flirting around today, and kind of bringing out kind of like our charm, our potential of where we want to go, and kind of stimulating some great conversations, especially with Mercury in retrograde in the sign of Capricorn. We're going to bring out some great conversations. Next, on December 31st, we have Venus in the sign of Capricorn conjunct Pluto in Capricorn. Venus, our loving, practical, focused planet. Capricorn, all about practical and ambition. And then conjunct is all about kind of like finding that, is things going to work, or is there something I've been blindsided with? Kind of this energy. This is Pluto, our planet of the underworld and kind of things that we don't want to have hit, like we don't want to come up anymore, in the sign of Capricorn, which is all about our ambition. So there may be some things that we're like, we haven't really voiced, like I really want this job, or I really want to go here, I really want to change some things. So you're going to see some movement potentially in some people's career over the next little bit, kind of like, wow, this is right at the end of this time frame. So just know that this energy is in play, and it is going to make some amazing energy shifting for us as we move into tomorrow, or basically January 1st, 2023. So know that these are making some great changes for you. I thank you so much for joining me today, and I know that we'll be talking again soon.